Thank you, Emily, and good afternoon. My name is Moses Tefe, and I'm a faculty at Norwich University, and my partner, Bill Lyons, is also present. So our project was a participatory approach to identifying the mobility needs of the Northfield community. And as you know, Northfield is rural, and the housing is dispersed, and those conditions don't promote transit use. Unfortunately, the sidewalks are not complete. We don't have bike lanes, so those other modes are not attractive. So in our study, we had in-depth survey, focus group, and an online survey that was responded by 40 participants. So the results show that the automobile use is still the dominant mode, but there is a latent demand for other modes use. Like 92% of respondents would walk if it is safe, and 65% would bike if it is safe, and 10%, surprisingly, will use wheelchair if they have curb cuts. The problem is safety. They are all concerned about the safe use of those alternatives. So improving the infrastructure and providing the infrastructure for cycle use was encouraged. Now, the community suggested improvements to the bus line, especially bringing back the covered bus stops and expanding the reach of the service and improving the bike lanes and managing traffic speeds in the community. Looking ahead, respondents were mixed about the prospect of driverless cars, but they believe that if that is possible, then it could provide an opportunity to use e-bikes, provide cheap microtransit that could help the community. So in conclusion, there are alternatives to the car that people are willing to use. So let's provide the infrastructure, let's ensure safety, let's provide bike lanes so that people can bike, and let's provide microtransit to carry people around the community and even to Montpellier. So Vermont impact, if you can develop the infrastructure, people will walk, people will cycle. Many a times we talk about the weather, that we have harsh weather, but some European countries have similar weather, but they have the culture of cycling, and they use it all weather, summer and spring and winter. So come to our poster, and we'll tell you more interesting stories about our study. Thank you.
Yeah, so I think this is great. So do we have questions for Moses? So my big question is, like, has the town indicated that they may have funding for some of these improvements?
Well, they have not indicated that, but I work with the Accessibility and Mobility Committee of the town, who are always looking for opportunities to improve walkability and cycle use. So this is a step, and we have to sell it to them and look for means that we can implement some of the programs.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's super exciting, the results you have. So it looks like Demetrios has a question.
Hello, I had a quick question. The Netherlands, don't they have like a super high tax rate on cars, and isn't it difficult to get your driver's license? I'm just curious if this is more of the Netherlands. They have things set up where a lot of people are pedestrians, not a lot of car drivers. Where in America, it's the opposite. Everybody feels like they should be entitled to a car and go where they want. Is it more educational that's the issue? Like, being a cyclist and having been on the road before, I tend to have a higher, consideration for those that are using other modes of transportation aside from a car.
Thank you. That's a good question. I don't know the vehicle tax in Holland, but I lived there for 2 years, and I bought a car that I shipped out of the country. It wasn't that expensive, and I used bicycle public transit for 2 years. There was no need for me to use a car over there. So I don't think it is any more expensive. It's just that they have the culture.
Awesome. So, thank you. Thank you.